Get ready. This will be one of the toughest ego deaths that you may face. The truth is way scarier, that is true. But the only other thing that is scarier is not knowing where you came from. Why are you here? Why is there a here? Why do things exist? Why do we exist? Why does anything have to exist at all? Not caring enough to ask these questions. Not curious enough to look behind the mask. Not willing enough to seek in and outside of yourself. Find yourself, they say, find yourself. Find yourself, because I promise you, you never knew who you were to begin with. Have you been waiting for someone to tell you what to do or where to look? Waiting on a sign from above? Or from the angels? After death, people claim they know this dark knowledge, so they say, it is not dark because it is hidden. It is not dark because it is demonic or evil. It is not dark because it is the truth. As it is so raw, it runs so deep where you and your real face meet. You are the darkness of it, as you are the light inside of it. Quote, darkness was all around me, and I was the light. As it surrounds me, I recognized this darkness. But how was it so? I came forth into the darkness and I discovered the light. End quote. I thought, but no one is listening. Why can't anyone hear me? I see, but I'm the only one. Why am I the only one who's experiencing this? If no one is in this room with me, I'm still the only one experiencing this room. I can't see what they can see. Why? Why am I the only one here? But yet, we like to lie to ourselves and say we aren't alone. That's impossible, my mom is just in the living room. You sound crazy, there are billions of people on the earth. Yet if you spend 10 days away without seeing a soul, what experience are you having? Yours or theirs? Did they exist in that experience over that course of 10 days? If only this very moment exists, what else is there? If there is nothing outside of this moment, not only am I the only one here, but I am the very moment. If the only truth is the present, then I am presence. If I am that I am, then presence is all there is. And if this is all of everything, then am I the only now? No, really, this must be the only now in the now. If I can't be sleep and awake, this person and that person at the same time, how is there another now other than my now if I'm the only one? Now I know that I know I am the now and the only now. Though it is power, I may not power over any other if I am the only one. Though it is knowledge, I may not know more than other if I am the only now. How do I unexist? How do I die? How did I become alive? Did I just begin in the womb? How would I know? I have no experience. Though truth is through experience, knowledge is in justified belief, as I know what I don't know. Rediscovering possibilities with impossibilities, vice versa. Knowledge cannot be transferred as it is realization or recognition of a thing. As my experience is my own, who knows what I know? As my experience is belief, it is justified with the very moment of the presence. This is where definitions unveil themselves. As it is simply an ego death. Realizing you have been taught opinions all your life, only the information was facts, then so is everything that I have stated. This is where it gets uncomfortable, mainly because you are not familiar to the feeling of power. That there has to be something or someone else that needs to accommodate this awakening. But the truth is, it only starts with you. It is up to you to care enough, to want it enough, and to believe it. If there is no experience with any of these realizations present, then most likely you will never believe. And for that very purpose you will not reach this realization. Only through wisdom does one ever accommodate their house. And it is the Holy Trinity. Only through wisdom does one reach realization. As you not to be wise, you cannot wield the sword. As you may not be wise, you have no idea what to do with the sword, you cannot handle the sword. How could you want to know something that you don't know already? To want something, don't you have to know what it is first? So, another important factor, people don't actually know what it is they want. They don't know exactly what it is that they are seeking. If that isn't important, then I guess neither is what you're attracting. We ask, why did this happen to me? But stated in the same sentence, you didn't care about what you attract. Why does it matter? Well, why would it matter what you bring attention to then? If you are not to care about either or neither, then how is it that you are conflicted? It's because of denial and non-acceptance. We deny what is being truthful, and engage in games just to pretend that everything that is going on is not happening. I don't need you to believe me. I don't need another to believe what is presence. It is you who is not honest. Over and over again the moment shows you that you can't imagine without me. As the moment is always, so is experience. I cannot imagine without myself, as coming from inner to outer reality can't be done without me. I have to imagine so. I have always been so. The moment shows you the way it is supposed to be, as there is no other way. There are other possibilities for the future, but the present moment is only possible. What makes this realization hard to being is the being doesn't believe so. If you can't be honest with the present, then you are simply lying to yourself. The reason we struggle finding our power is because individuals believe someone else has it. Tell me, what else is there? Tell me, who else is there? Who is able to hold any more power than you? If you can't believe in your power, then you cannot control the wheel in your very own reality. Just because you don't understand your power, it doesn't mean you don't have it. It simply means that you will not be able to control it, as it will manifest through the subconscious. Because you are so powerful, powerfully you are so, you are causing the results you identify as faults or problems. The problem is you don't know that you are doing it. You expect for what you identify as life to go one way, rejecting that you are a possible being and thing. With having expectations that only one possible path is how it's supposed to be. Tell me, why should you endure that path? Seeing that there are numerous unlimited possible paths, why is that one the correct one? Have you already gone on that path, and from your experience, do you know that it is a good path? How, without the experience? Are you aware of what, you might say? Of what is of, but are you aware of everything? The answer to that question depends on your idea of everything and the complexity of that question. What is everything? Well, everything would be what I'm aware of. I have one awareness. As there is only one awareness, everything comes from me as I am the source. If I already have everything in my hand, but there is more, does that change everything? If I am everything, then what is anything? Everything is in every moment. Within the moment lies everything. If I am so, then so is everything. Knowledge. If everything I know is knowledge, then everything I don't know doesn't exist. There isn't anything that I don't know, therefore it doesn't exist. I only know what I experience, so therefore the experience consists of everything there is to know. The truth is present as the future is which will be. I can't live all of experience, because there isn't an end to limit an amount of experience. There is no way to know an entire. For it to be entire, it would have to be limited. Eternity is the very opposite. There is no way to conclude eternity, it is a never-ending story, it can never conclude. So, what is known in the now, is all there is to know. In the same sense you can say, I know my brother exists right now because he is in the kitchen. But is he sharing the same experience as you now? You can say, well, if I get up and I go to the kitchen, you and your brother will start to share experiences. Listen closely, as there is a contradiction in that very statement. It was because you had to change the very experience to experience your brother in the future. Now in the present your brother exists. In the past nothing exists, same about the future. It is only the now. If you thought because of previous experience that your brother was in the kitchen, that was a thought. You didn't actually know. What if you went into the kitchen and he wasn't there? He has decided to go into the living room. You didn't know, you assumed due to previous experience. Let's say he was in the kitchen, you still didn't know that he was in the kitchen. Just because you happen to be right doesn't mean you've had knowledge. Judgment based on assumption is not knowledge. It is an elaborate thought. Let's say you never make it into the kitchen, something happens to you. Then I guess we'll never know, we say, as never would be non-existent. As the term nothing doesn't exist. There isn't anything that you don't know. You may think you don't know something, but the truth is always in the present. What you don't know doesn't exist as the future is unknown and the past is not here in present existence. Present existence is the only thing that exists. We could go on and on about the story of dinosaurs, but do they exist? We would say that they are extinct, but that is just another way of saying that it does not exist right now. If it isn't here in the present, then it is just not here. But it is true, you say, and I say presence is truth. Where can I find a dinosaur? Can I see one at this very moment? I cannot, as now is what only exists. Know that you are possible, and because you are possible, then what is impossible? As the known will never be stable, we will always be looking towards the unknown. The moment is always unknown forever, and that is the only secret. When we are born we know nothing, a newborn's not supposed to not know anything. How can you know anything without any observation? Are they not supposed to go into the unknown and stay with the concept of what would eventually become the past? Every day should be about going into the unknown, and that justifies the value of life. We are on a journey, as life is like a ride, it never stops moving. No, that does not correlate with time, as time is just a recorded measurement used by segments of something other than what is present. We will never know how fast or slow we are traveling. Again, as we don't know, it is an illusion. Time does not exist, but if it is presence that you are referring to, that has no correlation to time. As we go through this journey, there has to be unknown factors for you to have a wonderful experience. As it is a gift to wonder, the unknown is great to wonder. Staying in the known is equivalent to no experience. As nothing is known, therefore it is all that is known, nothing would be the experience. You would just experience the experience of nothing. Like before and like the true state of being you are, you went on this journey on purpose. Therefore a purpose to the unknown, as the purpose of life is the journey is unknown. People say they have no purpose, that very statement is impossible. If something is done, it is on purpose. We can come to the conclusion that something was done for this to be happening. Nothing is on accident and everything is on purpose. The only accident in your reality would be no reality at all. To experience, I should say. Everything that is done is on purpose. What people are more confused about is the fact that they don't know. That's the point. If we already knew, what purpose would life serve? As life carries us on its journey, every day is a surprise. Without the element of surprise, what is interesting? What is unfamiliar? What would I wonder? Therefore, no wonder, nothing is great. Therefore everything great is wonderful. But everyone likes to stay in the known, it is what is comfortable. As you stay in the known, there is no growth. Absence of growth discontinues evolution, as evolving is all possibilities. You ask yourself what you prefer. As you let in all possibilities, you will start to sprout in your very own evolution. How does it feel to be nobody at all? Isn't it free? Stay with me while I unveil everything you believed as a mystery, as I bring recognition to your soul. It is you that holds the keys.